Hello everyone, Martinas here. Well, looks like Healthy Lifestyle just trying to take off my show, and I want to talk more about science, about philosophy, about religion things. I am actually a very religious man, and I do believe, but human soul is actually immortal, and it does exist. And I have tried to prove it to you scientific way. So you might believe in soul yourself, but our beliefs might be someone different, and at first I will try to disprove what you believe, and after I try to tell you what I do believe. And if you will be convinced, I as well tell you what it means to have great soul, what it means to be a great man, and what I'm doing, why I do all this philosophy, why I do all this, why I help people, why I show them how to live healthy, why I write books, why I write my philosophy. So that will be answer to all these questions. Okay, so let's start. I will ask you questions, and I don't gonna answer them myself. It's kinda you will have to answer these questions for yourself, to yourself, and this way I'll try to disprove the way you think about soul, and after I tell you what I do believe, and I prove it to you scientifically what is right. So okay, let's start. Okay, so you believe that soul does exist, and human has a soul. Okay, so just imagine one human, one person. If we will remove from this person hand, let's say he is a warrior, and he was in war, and he lost his hand in a war. So would you believe this person, that he will still have his soul? Do you believe that? Alright, so if you still believe he has his soul, just let's imagine we will change his hand with implant. Let's say we will put to him like robotic hand. Today's actually robotic hands is quite a good. People like who lost hands already can do plenty things like writing, eating, even take it off his shoes and many things. I see myself people who lost their legs playing football, and look like they're winning Olympics. So it's in our future when implants will be maybe even better than original hands. So let's say we will change his hand with implant. Will you believe this man will still have his soul? If answer is yes, so let's say this warrior lost not one hand, but he lost two hands. He lost both hands, and both hands was changed to implants. Not because he wanted, but because it's happening. It's happened with him. So will this person still will have his soul, or this soul will some way escape from fire exit or something? So if we will say he will still have his soul, let's imagine our situation. Let's say he lost both hands and both legs, and we will change all that to implants, and that's what we will get. Like I think it's many who lost this much. Like wars is going on everywhere. So I think we're talking about existing people. So if we will put to this person, both hands and both legs, will you imagine this person still have his soul? Okay, so let's just imagine what we could change: his heart, his lungs. We could change actually his tooth, his eyes. Like we could change his penis to vagina, let's say. Change his man to a woman, and many changes could be made. So what will happen with soul in this kind of situation? You just have to convince yourself here that soul is in brain or soul is nowhere. Because look, we could change in a one person or other person or anyone everything he have. We may put, let's say, heart from other person to that person. We may put implant, is already hard implants, and in the future it will be much more. So we can change anything. It's probably like 60% now, but I think in the near future it will be 100%, except brains. We cannot change that. So you will have to be here convinced soul is in the brain or is nowhere. Well, okay, so let's just imagine that. But what will happen, let's say, we all know that brain is two brains in the head, and person could live with only one working side of the brain. So let's say we will split these brains and we will put one brain to one person body and other brain to other person body. Let's just imagine that. What will happen with soul? Do you say soul can be split? Okay. Okay, so whatever you say, let's just imagine now this split brain, so one side. And if we will put some microchip, microscheme or some, I don't know, future computer just beside that brain, which will help work with that brain, let's say store memories, help a little bit, you know, here and there, you know, like some extra power, you know, like and anything, you know. So what will happen with his soul, you know, like? Well, if you're not convinced here, we can move farther away, you know, like look, if you like me in your 40s, in your lifetime you will see like microchips already put it in your heads and you can store memories there. So let's say we will put to one side of the brain, other side will be some memory chip, and this way we could take all the memory from that brain to that chip and we will have it there. So why do we need that real brain? We just can throw it out and we will have all memory in that microchip. So where did the soul will go, you know? Did the soul still exist? I mean, memory is still there and that microchip could work out for himself, you know, like react, do decisions, let's say in the future it could move body, you know, and even make love and maybe have babies. So what will happen with soul? Okay, if you still thinking, I will give you another thing to think. It was philosopher Bertrand Russell, and he wrote about soul, about Christianity and soul. Look guys, what he wrote, like I tell you in my words. Just imagine someone was like living 20 years and he was a good person and everything, and he just got very sick, he became schizophrenic. So he got in hospital and he died after another 20 years. So which soul will actually go to heaven? Let's say he didn't did anything bad, let's say first 20 years he was a really good person, and how you can blame him, he lost his mind. So what kind of soul will go to heaven? Schizophrenic soul? Or why which soul, you know? Soul depends on what you have in your life, your experience, and that's the way it is, you know. Just imagine, you know, like think about it. Let's say someone lived 40 years and he was pacifist and he was lovely man, and one bad thing happened. Let's say One man who was black-skinned, he raped his daughter. And now this man gone mad and he become racist and he killed like 5 black people. So once again, which soul will go to heaven or to hell, you know, like just imagine that, you know, like it's only happened with him because it happened with him. He had a lovely soul, he was beautiful, good man, pacifist, he never touched anyone, but it happened in his life and that changed everything. He become overman. So another thing you probably hear about that before it was performed lobotomia. So what it was done, you know, for a psychiatric patients who was like totally insane. They put nail just here in the eye and with hammer just one click and you can switch off soul this way. Just switch it completely. You can do it, you don't need psychiatric patient, you can do it to any person at all. Just switch it off. You can do it like, look, I can do it with you, you know, but you will never be the same again. You just can switch it off your soul and this man will become like walking zombie. He will walk, but he will have no his soul. He will be walking zombie completely. So what will happen with soul? Can you switch it off like that? Okay, so after all I tell you, that's now your work, what to believe or what to not believe, but I tell you what I do believe, because I'm really believing man and I do believe in one thing, but we do have a soul. We do have a soul and I prove it to you now. Look, it is one of the basic rules and main rules for physics, but information never lost. If somewhere in the universe information could be lost, physicians should rewrite all the physical books. All we know about universe, everything we know at this point would be incorrect. So in that sense, wherever you do, wherever you feel, wherever you imagine, this will be forever and ever and ever. Every your thought, everything you do, bad thing, good thing, it will stay forever. This information will be never lost. It could be changed in the time. It could become greater or small. It could change things so much, so dramatically, but universe could change because of you. All universe could be changed. And even that not enough. Maybe our universe could be created only because of you. Yes, believe me, I tell you about that. So you may become that big soul like a goddess. And this kind of soul is only could be done intellectually. I tell you why. Because things you do intellectually, your things you write, things you put to Facebook, to YouTube, things you create, your creativity, your intellectuality, it will live forever. Yes. See, let's say, and not only that, let's say you may have son, and that will be forever as well, because see, this information will be never lost. It's not easy to find right words and explain it to you, but information is never lost. Even you think things, see, your brain makes heating every time you think about something. and this heating will stay in the universe. It will change in time. It may become greater or smaller, but it will be there. And let's say future humanity, and I really believe that future humanity will be gods themselves, could have what I call UPUM, which means computer with unlimited power, unlimited memory. With this kind of computer, everything will be possible. They could count every atom in the universe, and this way they could turn back information in time, and they may see you what you was thinking, what you was doing, and you will be seen. And so this kind of way your soul will live forever, if you just understand what I say. And what it means now to be a great man, what it means to have a great soul, what it means to have big soul. That's what I try to do. See, things you do is important. Let's say, if you want to be a great man, to have a great soul for humanity, you have to help humanity become greater, help to expand humanity. This doesn't mean what you have to make as many as possible babies. Even that may be not as bad idea as it may think. If you are a very worthy man, if you make good babies, smart babies who may change the world, that might be thing you have to do. But also it's important what you do with your creativity, with your intellectuality, and it's important what you do this way, because this information also never gonna be lost. Just look for yourself, just imagine what influence has in our society, in all humanity, people I tell you, like Socrates, Plato, Jesus Christ, Karl Marx, Hitler, Napoleon. You know, just unimaginable how much influence they had. And it doesn't mean they all expand humanity. It doesn't mean we cannot answer this question at this moment, but maybe future people, which I do believe will be like gods themselves. And that's what my philosophy is. I hope our future will be goddess. So they could turn back time with that UPUM, and even see did Jesus perform his miracles or not, which answer is obvious. But anyway, they could just check it out. And what they could do with that computer, just delete that person and see how would everything would change if that person never existed. And it doesn't mean Socrates was great, or Jesus Christ was great, or Karl Marx was bad man. It doesn't mean this way. You may find out that some bad people was needed and some good was bad. It all depends how you're gonna look, and we just cannot see it because it's too much information there. But thing is, if you want to be great man, important person, and you want to have great soul and live forever and ever, and maybe your soul will be as big as unimaginable, you will become that God. You have to expand humanity as much as possible. Let's say about me, if my philosophy will help humans become what I hope humans will become, gods, and that gods will create universes themselves, and in that universe will live people, and humans will take all over this universe. And just imagine what kind of influence of me will have on all universe. I'm not talking only people, for these gods I'm talking, but also for all universe and universes. Just imagine how big soul I will have in this kind of situation. And just imagine how small soul you will have if you all life just use drugs and you did nothing, or maybe you even have 5 babies, but they are so terrible, no one of them will be any worth for human, and is best, like they would never exist. Just imagine the difference it makes. So that's what I mean is to be a good man, and everything else is completely stupidity and wrong beliefs. Well, if you like my video, and I hope you like it, I am science fiction writer, I am philosopher. Well, subscribe this channel, help me go to mass media, split it, and well, follow me. I will create my also philosophical site, and I hope you will join there, and I will put so much information there about soul, about my philosophy, about future gods, what I see, and how we can become that future gods. Maybe not we, but maybe our kids. And I do believe it's possible. So follow everything I do, and thank you for watching this video. Well, if you like my philosophy, you may very much like my book. I am scientist fiction writer. My name is Martynas Domeika. Book I write is Sole Mia. I write in Lithuanian language, but my book is translated to English, and you can find that in Amazon.com. So Martynas Domeika, Sole Mia. By buying my book, you will help me as well translate my other books to English. This costs a lot, and thank you very much if you do. Thank you, and bye-bye.